The hardest question is not whether you love your baby. It is whether your baby can actually feel that love in the ordinary moments nobody else sees. If you want parenting insight that helps you read what babies mean before they have words, subscribe to Baby Cues Decoded. Babies do not measure love the way adults do. They feel it in the texture of repeated moments. Responsive daily interactions help babies feel secure, and back and forth caregiving moments help shape early brain development. Deep love is rarely built in one big moment. It is built in the small moments your baby keeps living inside, over and over, until love stops feeling occasional and starts feeling dependable. That is why everyday responsiveness matters so much. Babies learn security through repeated loving responses, not through grand gestures. So here are 7 things that make love land, deeply, quietly, and over time. Love becomes believable to a baby through repetition. Thing 1, receive your baby warmly, not just efficiently. A baby does not only need care to happen, they need to feel warmly received inside the care. A feeding can be quick or connecting. A diaper change can be purely functional or gently relational. Getting picked up can feel like being moved, or it can feel like being gathered in. And to a baby, those are not the same experience. This is one of the quietest truths in parenting. 2 adults can complete the exact same task, and the baby can feel something very different inside it. The face that comes toward them matters. The voice matters. The pace matters. The touch matters. NHS guidance on bonding emphasizes that talking, eye contact, touch, cuddling, and warm everyday responses help build a close relationship and support healthy development. While Healthy Children notes that babies show caregivers how they like to be treated, talked to, held, and comforted. So the first thing to do every day is simple. Do not only care for your baby, receive them. A baby does not only feel whether care happened, they feel the warmth inside the care. Thing 2, let your baby feel that their signals matter. One of the deepest ways a baby feels loved is learning that their signals can change what happens next. Not just the loud signals, not just the crying, the small ones too. The look away, the rooting, the reaching, the body tension, the tired eyes, the little fuss that comes before the full unraveling. You do not need perfect attunement. No parent has that. But when your baby learns again and again that their softer cues can reach someone before distress has to become huge, something powerful gets built inside them. Harvard's Serve and Return framework explains that when a baby serves through sounds, gestures, looks, or cries, and an adult returns with touch, words, or attention, those repeated exchanges help build brain architecture and support communication, social, and emotional development. UNICEF makes the emotional meaning just as clear. Noticing a child's needs and responding in a loving way helps them feel secure and at ease. That is why this matters so much. One of the deepest ways a baby feels loved is learning that their signals do not disappear into empty space. Thing 3, lend your calm before you try to fix anything. Sometimes the most loving thing in the room is not the solution. It is the calmer nervous system. When your baby is overwhelmed, they do not always need you to become smarter first. They often need you to become steadier first. A slower voice, a softer face, a body that is less rushed. Hands that say, "I can hold this with you." 0 to 3 describes co-regulation as what adults do with babies and toddlers to help them feel safe, calm, and understood, because self-regulation is still developing in the early years. That means many babies are not asking to be fixed before anything else. They are asking to be helped back into a state where the world feels manageable again. NHS guidance on bonding likewise emphasizes warmth, reassurance, touch, and closeness in everyday care, all of which help babies feel safe in the relationship. So before you reach for the perfect technique, try offering the thing your baby may be needing most in that moment, your regulated presence. Sometimes the most loving thing in the room is not the solution, it is the calmer nervous system. Thing 4. Comfort them without making the need feel heavy. A baby feels deeply loved when comfort is available without the atmosphere around that need turning cold. That matters more than many adults realize. Because babies do not read theories about independence, they read tone, pace, tension in the arms that pick them up, the sigh before the soothing, the feeling that their need is being welcomed or merely tolerated. So yes, hold them, soothe them, feed them, reassure them again, not with panic, not with resentment, and not with the emotional message that their need is somehow too much for the room. UNICEF is unusually clear here. You cannot give babies too much love, and there is no such thing as spoiling them by holding them too much or giving them too much attention. Responding to their cues for feeding and comfort helps them feel secure, and loving responses help them feel at ease. That is why comfort lands so differently when it is offered with softness instead of strain. A baby feels deeply loved when comfort is available without their need becoming a burden. Thing 5. Let your baby feel genuinely enjoyed in ordinary moments. A baby does not only need care, they need to feel that their very existence is a joy to someone. Not only when they smile beautifully, not only when they do something funny, not only when they hit a milestone that makes the room light up. The deeper form of love often lands in the unremarkable moments. The sleepy cuddle, the messy feeding, the quiet stare, the fussy afternoon when nothing cute is happening and nothing is being performed. That is where delight becomes believable. Harvard's Serve and Return framework makes clear that warm, responsive, back-and-forth interaction helps build the brain circuits involved in communication and social connection. And UNICEF's attachment guidance emphasizes that loving, responsive care helps children feel secure. When joy is part of those exchanges, love stops feeling merely dutiful and starts feeling relationally alive. Shared delight is a kind of emotional nutrition. A baby does not only need care, they need to feel that their very existence is a joy to someone. Thing 6. Give your baby one predictable ritual of connection every day. Love feels deeper to a baby when it does not arrive randomly. It arrives in a rhythm. A morning cuddle, a little phrase before sleep, the same after-nap song, a feeding ritual, a quiet moment in the rocking chair that happens often enough to become familiar. This is not about turning your home into a machine. It is not about rigid control. It is about emotional legibility. Healthy Children says, children do best when routines are regular, predictable, and consistent, while also noting that routines should be flexible enough to avoid becoming rigid. That balance matters because predictability helps life feel less chaotic and more secure. For a baby, A small ritual of connection can become one of the ways love starts feeling dependable instead of occasional. It lowers uncertainty. It softens the day. It gives the nervous system something recognizable to rest inside. Love feels deeper to a baby when it does not arrive randomly, but in rhythms they can begin to trust. Thing 7. Come back after misattunement. This may be the most hopeful one of all, because no parent stays perfectly attuned all day. You miss the cue, you get distracted, you use the wrong tone, you respond too late, you feel thin, tired, flooded, human. The point is not to never get it wrong. The point is to come back, to soften again, to reconnect again, to let the baby feel that the moment of disconnection was not the end of the relationship. 0 to 3's guidance on responsive parenting makes this point with unusual depth. When trust is ruptured, warm and consistent responses help rebuild connection. Their co-regulation guidance also explains that attuned, responsive support helps children feel safe, calm, and understood over time. That is why repair matters so much. It teaches a baby something bigger than comfort, that relationships can wobble and still return, that misattunement is survivable, that love is not fragile. Babies do not need flawless love. They need love that knows how to come back. So a deeply loved baby is not a baby whose parent performed perfectly all day. It is a baby who lived through enough repeated moments of being welcomed, answered, soothed, enjoyed, and returned to. That is the larger truth these major child development sources keep converging on. Loving, responsive, repeated, everyday interactions help children feel secure and support healthy development over time. Harvard describes serve and return as foundational for brain architecture and social connection. UNICEF emphasizes responsive caregiving and emotional security. NHS highlights the role of talking, touch, cuddling, and warm, everyday responses in building close relationships. Healthy Children points to predictable routines as anchors of security. And 0 to 3 explains how co-regulation helps children feel safe, calm, and understood. So no, this is not about doing all 7 perfectly every day. It is about enough repeated moments. Your baby does not need a perfect day to feel deeply loved. They need enough moments that keep teaching the same truth. When I reach, love comes toward me.